Hi, I'm Pastor John, but pastor here at Bethany Lutheran Church in Elkhorn, Nebraska. It was about 8 years ago that my wife Michelle and I first traveled down to La Paz. It was then that we experienced what life was like on the street as we visited many children in the street, seeing the harsh realities of how so many of these children had been hurt by their families, and abandoned literally by society and by the church. It'd be a year later when we would move to Bolivia. We spent about 3 years there working with Kaya children and working with these same boys and girls. During our years there, the unfortunate reality is that we had to bury a number of kids. The street is a brutal place. These children are abandoned. They're left by society, often hurt by the police who are meant to defend us, and often ignored by the church. The plus side is that we were able to see the lives of so many of these children changed through the work of Kaya. What these kids need isn't simply a meal, and it's not simply a bed, but what they need is a real family experience where they're able to experience the kind of love and grace that children are meant to experience in their lives. Over our years working with Kaya, we've had the privilege to see so many of these young boys whose very peers were some of the ones that had died. To see these young boys really flourish in their life as they went through school and flourished in a loving and caring environment that Kaya was able to provide for them. We've been able to see some of these boys graduate high school and go on now to live independently and to have the support of Kaya, but also to see how they have their own concern for the younger boys and girls in our program. It's really been a blessing to see Kaya be able to expand and to care more for girls. The reality is today is much different than it was 8 years ago, but there are still many boys and girls who struggle with street life. The sad reality is that there are girls who are 12 and 13 years old who are turning tricks on the street to provide for themselves or their family. There are boys who are 12 and 13 who are being enticed to go to other countries to work, knowing full well as an adult that they're going to be in a trafficking situation and may never see their family again. These boys and these girls deserve the kind of love and care that Kaya is able to provide them. We've seen over the years of how Kaya can help these boys and girls through God's grace transform their lives and really, in a lot of ways, start a new life together. So I know that if we do this together, that if you're able to partner with us, that Kaya will continue to make a huge difference in the lives of these boys and girls. I know that God will bless whatever we give to Kaya and whatever it is that Kaya offers to these children, because this is God's design for childhood, that each child would have someone around them that would simply care for them, want them to have the best, and encourage and support them as they develop into their own person. So I pray that you would join me in supporting Kaya, not only a proud part of Kaya, but a proud supporter of Kaya, because of the difference it's made in the lives of these children. And I know that with our support, Kaya has a bright future ahead of it and will touch the lives of many more children. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys have a great dinner, a great evening, and we'll consider supporting Kaya.